Hello and welcome to our next Limitless Lives recording. Now, this is Kelly Edwards. I feel like I've known Kelly for ages and we've just been having this conversation. I actually only really met Kelly in about April earlier this year. And I want you to learn more about Kelly because she's done something that many of us dream about doing, but never actually take that step. And that is moving abroad and running your business online abroad. So, Kelly, tell us a little bit more about you. So when did you move?
Well, I moved here at the end of 2020.
And tell people where you are.
And I'm in the north of Spain. So the nearest city is Lugo, in Galicia.
Lovely.
And yeah, I'm pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
And is end of 2020, so that was in the midst of the world going crazy as well. So
yeah, I wanted to move a bit earlier that year, but I literally had to grab a gap in the travel restrictions.
And tell people what took you to Spain.
So I moved here to be with my partner.
Who is English, not Spanish.
He's English, but he's been here about 17, 18 years. And yeah, he's got 3 kids who are now my stepkids.
And did you have your business before you moved to Spain?
I started thinking about it. I started using essential oils and things beforehand, but I didn't really get going with the business side of things until this year. Okay,
so you've just touched on what your business is. Share with everybody who's watching what that business is. They may have already guessed.
Yeah, so I help people live a natural lifestyle using essential oils.
And the company's name is?
doTERRA.
doTERRA. Now, I love this because I've been using doTERRA products for 6 or 7 years. It'll probably be 7 years in January since I discovered doTERRA. So when we met, we had that kind of in common. You run it as a business. Mine's just a pure love of the products. So what drew you to choosing doTERRA and helping other people live a natural lifestyle? What was it about that made you think this is the business for me?
That's a good question. So in 2020, I was ill, quite badly ill. Ended up in A&E a few times, and no one could work out what was wrong. And so I found a functional health practitioner in the end, who diagnosed me with all sorts of digestive issues, autoimmune issues, that sort of thing. The thing that sort of conventional medicine doesn't really know about. And she actually introduced me to doTERRA essential oils, because they're completely pure and natural, and they were part of my healing journey.
That's incredible.
So yeah, they were part of helping me detox my body, my house, my life, and yeah, so I just love sharing them with others and helping other people who may have gone through similar or just want to live a natural lifestyle.
And I mean, I love that because I feel like it takes dedication to heal yourself naturally like that, and and it's a huge big learning curve as well. We'll touch on some of the doTERRA things that have actually supported you now before we look at the business journey you've had. I mean, I've mentioned my love of doTERRA, and this was the one product that I was like, well, the other one's upstairs, but this is possibly my favorite and has so many uses. In fact, mine's nearly empty. Can you tell what that one is? On Guard.
On Guard.
Yeah. I mean, it smells to me like, it smells like Christmas, it's kind of Christmassy, but also a bit, tell people about it, because my nose and what I'm going to say is in it is probably wrong.
Yeah, I love it. So it does smell like Christmas. It's got that sort of cinnamony, clovey smell. We're using it in the house at the moment. We use it to fight, sort of winter bugs.
So you can put it in a spray and use it as like an antibac, can't you, on your surfaces? So when you're talking about, you're saying about detoxing your house, was On Guard part of detoxing the house?
Exactly, yeah. So I make non-toxic sort of all-purpose spray cleaner, hand sanitizer,
Yeah.
and more natural than the.
And they also do, and I've run out, I need to order some this month, On Guard beadlets, which I take every day. And I swear last year in winter, I took one every day and I did not get ill at all. I don't know whether it's that or the fresh ginger, but On Guard definitely forms part of my daily practice, because I know how my son also loves it when I put this, when I diffuse it as well. I diffuse it for just because I like the smell. I'm guessing it's helping the air.
Yeah, it does. It cleanses the air.
The other product that I really liked, and I didn't appreciate it until I found doTERRA, is frankincense oil. It's like the king of oils, isn't it?
It is the king of oils, yeah.
And it may be expensive, but when I realised its power, my son had molluscus contagious something on his knee, and they're like they're almost like a wart. They come up, and lots of children get them, and it was around the age of 10, and they can be like pinpricks. It's like they're really, but they just don't go. And I put frankincense on it every night for about a week, and it went black and then dropped off. And amazing. I was like, oh my God, it's worked. So there really is a true power. And then of course we've got these roller touch ones. This is Karma, and I just like, I'll go past every day, have a sway on which one I want, and then I'll rub it on my neck, rub it on my pulse points, and there's just different ones, aren't there, that are designed for different things. Tell me what your favorite products are that you like to use.
Yeah, well, frankincense has got to be up there, because it's, I mean, it is really good for anything. You can take it internally, so that was part of my healing journey as well. For it helps calm inflammation in the body. But at the moment I've got my diffuser going. Here we go.
Oh, yours is a different shape to mine. Mine's the round, flatter round one.
Oh yeah, I quite like the elegant sort of shape. But yeah, I've got bergamot in there, which I love, lavender and ginger.
So you're blending those three in your diffuser, and why have you chosen those three today? Obviously, I know lavender's linked to calming and sending you to sleep.
Exactly, yeah, and lavender's also good for communication. So I feel I'm quite shy, and yeah, I do use lavender to help communicate openly. Also being more self-aware. Ginger is a sort of empowering oil, so it's quite strong. It helps ideas of being capable. And bergamot, one of my favorites, is it's uplifting. Yeah, it's uplifting because it's a citrus oil, so citrus oils are uplifting. But it's also the oil of I am enough.
I am enough. I love that.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Because an oil that you love, somebody else might really not like. The smells are different for everybody, but smells also bring back memories too. Now, I was going to say I have a problem. I have a pattern of getting distracted quite easily when I'm at my desk. What would you recommend for focus?
Oh, one of my favorite blends is called Motivate. And it's a mix of wild orange, and it's just really uplifting and helps you focus.
So I don't have the Motivate blend, but I have got wild orange by itself. So could I put that in a drink? Would you suggest inhaling it? Or
yeah, so I love when I'm working and I need to focus, or that afternoon slump at sort of 3 o'clock, a drop of peppermint and a drop of wild orange in your palms, rub them together and inhale, and it just really brings that pick me up and helps me focus. Yeah.
Just for anybody who's watching, I haven't preempted Kelly with any of these questions, so you can see that she's a fount of knowledge. If you have any questions, obviously she's not a doctor, so she can't diagnose, but if you know that you've got things that you would like support with in healing or in focus and motivation and all those kind of things, or your day-to-day life, please do get in touch with Kelly, and we'll share Kelly's contact details like at the bottom of this video, so you can go and give her a like, a follow, and contact her about any way that you think that oils might be able to support you. Because honestly, I use them without even realizing in my day-to-day. I use the deodorant, for example. and I've been using it for years. It's a natural deodorant, which is obviously better for us near our lymph nodes under our armpits. They have different flavors and it lasts. You don't smell. It's a really good deodorant. I've just ordered some of the toothpaste samples because I've not used the doTERRA toothpaste yet. I'll be honest about that. They
I
do
love it.
vitamins, they do supplements, they do collagen. I haven't got the collagen yet, but I do intend on doing it. I mean, my focus is the oils and diffusing and using them, but I've got an oil blend that I've made up with all the oils in that I put on my face every day. It's part of my daily routine. So tell me more about your daily routine and how you incorporate this, because it is your business, so it must form a big part of your life as well.
Yeah, it does. And so I love as well that the oils have such a, they can have such a big impact. But you can start off really simply. So when I was ill, for example, one of my main issues was sleep. So I couldn't sleep at night. I kept waking up, and so I used oils to help me sleep. And then the other one, during the day, I would get really tired, and so I'd use citrus oils diffused in the morning to help wake me up and get me going for the day. So that's, something really simple that had a big impact on my sleep patterns and my circadian rhythm and therefore health in general. So diffusing the oils during the day, sleep at night. I do use the On Guard internally, especially in the winter, just to stave off those bugs that the kids are always bringing in.
Yeah. And I even take them on holiday with me, actually, to deter bugs.
Yeah. Yes, and exactly. We've just had, it's torrential now, but we've had an Indian summer, and so the mosquitoes are all out, and so I make insect repellent.
It sounds like it might be. I learned a new term, like crunchy mum. Like, have you heard of a crunchy mum? Is it crunchy? One of the mums who's like completely into everything natural, and the children aren't allowed to touch anything, that kind of thing, and everything's just natural. There's no TV in that. It sounds like it's that kind of lifestyle, but it's really not. It's not too woo. It's so easy to incorporate into your day-to-day life. Please contact Kelly. So let's move on a little bit. What's been the most challenging part of launching your business in another country, I guess?
So, in all honesty, the most challenging part for me was my mindset. So really, when I moved, I found it difficult because I left behind, all my family, my friends. I kind of lost a sense of who I was in a way. So that was, so really, it was my mindset. Who do I want to help, and where do I want to go from here?
And I know, because this is still a relatively new business, do you feel like you've found that now?
I do, yeah.
Good.
I mean, it's still a work in progress, but yeah, I definitely feel much more confident, much more excited and motivated. And
so when you say it was your mindset, was it the belief that you could do it, or what were those limiting? That's because I was thinking of Limitless. What are those limiting beliefs that you had?
Yeah, so it was I'm not good enough. Who am I to be suggesting, alternative ways for people to help themselves or to live, or and also being live online, because we live in the middle of nowhere, so I've had to really do everything online. So it's been a big learning curve as well, sort of technology wise, but also confidence, just showing my face. I hated social media.
Has that changed?
I wasn't on there until I started my business. So I've really had to put myself out there.
And I know you really have had to push yourself out of that comfort zone. And in doing that, have you seen a change in your business? Have you been able to reach more people?
Yes, most definitely. Yeah.
And does that encourage you to keep doing more?
It does. Yeah, I've had quite a lot of, well, just everyone's just really kind and really good feedback, and yeah, it's just so many people are interested in what I'm doing, which then gives me a boost of confidence, and it makes me feel, you know, like I'm helping more people as well.
And I think after the last 3 years that we've had, people are possibly more open to finding alternative ways of healing themselves or protecting themselves, like boosting their own immunities through means that aren't mainstream, shall we say. Even though oils aren't like a hidden secret, it can be daunting for people when they first discover it. So I think launching your business at this time is actually quite beneficial for you, because people do have that intrigue, I think. Tell me, have you set yourself any crazy, out there, audacious goals?
Good question. No, not really.
No? Do you have a goal, like, so we're almost at 2024. We've got 2 months left of, oh, it's November the 1st. We've got 2 months left of this year. Is there anything that you want to achieve by the end of this year? Or have you got something in mind already for 2024 of where you want to go, like in terms of turnover, or how many people you have on your email list, a new platform you want to use, any kind of goal that you've got?
Yeah, so by the end of this year, I want to be on YouTube.
Okay.
That's my goal. So I want to be doing videos on YouTube.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
well, that I know, and you've spoken about doing videos for a long time, because one of your stepchildren was going to be supporting you. Is that still the plan?
Yeah, we haven't seen her for a few months, but she will be back in December, and
so you're just going to film a load of content with her?
Yeah, we're going to do a load, because she's really good at reels and Instagram, and you know, she's got a great imagination, and she loves the oils as well. So
see, like, if you don't know how to do it yourself, you find somebody who can be your biggest cheerleader and help you. And I think getting her involved will motivate you as well, because you'll be like, oh, I promised I'm going to do this, I've got to do it now.
yeah.
Whereas if just you, it's very easy to go, oh, I'll just do it next week.
Yeah, and she holds me accountable as well. Every time she comes round, she says, have you done your lives this week? Yes. So,
It's amazing. And actually, you've also got a group, haven't you, a community on Facebook that people can come into, ask you questions, and you share advice and information in there. So we will share that too. So what is one mistake you believe that you've made that you, I'm not going to say wish you could have avoided, because all mistakes lead to where we are now, but do you feel like you've made a mistake on this journey so far?
well, really, mistake I wouldn't say. I mean, it's all learning, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I think my biggest mistake, I guess, would be my perfectionism, which just holds me back. I think if I started again, I'd just say, just do it. Yeah,
so that's the mindset from November the 1st, is just do it. Just show up as you are. I don't know if you saw yesterday, or was it no, on Saturday, I went in the Limitless group. Sometimes I'm not even got my hair brushed. Sometimes I'm just like, I need to share this. I haven't got time to go and put earrings on and stuff. I'm just going to share it because I'm in that safe community space where everybody's nice. And you can show up like that in your community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everyone's nicer than you imagine there will be. Yeah, so just do it.
So apart from the oils, do you have anything else woo-woo or spiritual that you use in day-to-day, in decision making or keeping you aligned?
I do. Well, I meditate every morning. That sets me up for the day. And I do sometimes use, if I've got decisions to make, this is something that you taught me actually, Claire, is the sway.
The sway. If you're unsure what the sway is, inbox me. And how are you finding using the sway?
I love it. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's surprisingly powerful. Yeah.
Like I said, the only time it's wrong is when you ask if you need chocolate and it says no. That's when you know your sway's broken. But no, and the sway is amazing because it's tapping into your subconscious energy. It's allowing you to step out of here, because it's our brain that limits us. I'm struggling with that word today. Our brain limits us and keeps us in that comfort zone. So if we've got a decision to make and we're just using logic, it might be that you stay where you are forever because it's safer. We don't know what's going to be on the other side of that comfort zone. Whereas when you tap into your subconscious energy and allow yourself to be guided by it, even it doesn't matter how scary it is, you know, on the opposite side of that comfort zone boundary is where you're going to make progress in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So I love that you're using that as well. It is really powerful. So in your business, what is one tool or resource that you couldn't be without?
Canva.
Canva.
Yeah, and that's something that you've helped me use.
Yeah, Canva is amazing, isn't it? And it's getting better and better. And what do you use it for primarily?
Well, I've used it for my sort of welcome pack cards. I used it for workshops mostly, so I design my workshops on there.
Yeah, because people just think about social media posts. There's so much you can do in Canva. You can create your reels in Canva because there's B-stock footage in there that you can post and put text over. You can write your presentations in Canva as I do. You can create documents you can create a website in Canva, for goodness sake. If you're not using Canva, you really should be in your business. I couldn't be without it. I know that. I love that you're exploring it more and that your confidence has been built up around that. And I've learned some new tips and tricks that I'm going to be hoping to share with people soon on that. Tell me, how has being part of the Limitless Growth Hub impacted your business journey so far?
Well, it's got me going. I mean, I didn't really have a business till I started with a Limitless Growth Hub.
I might just cut that bit out. I didn't have a business until I had the Limitless Growth Hub. That's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, so it's really helped. Well, it's helped with everything. It's helped with my branding. It's helped give me confidence using tools like Canva. It's helped, yeah, just really find my focus and you know, sort of know where I'm going with the business as well.
Awesome, thank you. And this isn't a nice question. If you could work with anyone, dead or alive, if you could oil them up, who would it be?
My goodness. It's a really tricky question.
It's like who would come to your dinner party kind of question, isn't it? But who, if you could like show somebody your oils, who would it be?
I'd really just love all my friends and family to use them for starters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you found resistance from any?
I have found resistance, yeah. It's funny. Yeah, there is some resistance.
And is that a resistance to using the oils or believing in you? How are you perceiving that resistance?
I think it's believing how powerful they can be. but also laziness. So people think, I found that people think that it all takes time, like making your own non-toxic cleaning products, but actually, and expense as well. So people think it's going to be expensive because it's just a little bottle of oil, but one drop goes really, really far.
Yeah.
And they're so quick to make. Everything's just so quick. And that's what I've learned as well as I've been using them. So yeah,
So
there's a bit of.
how are you addressing that resistance you're finding from your friends and family? Do you just ignore it now? Do you try and change their minds? What do you do?
Well, no, I ignore it. But as they see me using them, and as they see me posting on social media, and come to my workshops, so I can show them how easy it all is. People gradually can form their
It's
own.
funny, isn't it? And friends and family are sometimes the last ones to join the tribe, as it were, join your community, or to buy from you. It's a strange disconnect that happens, or dissonance perhaps. But if they come around in time, then that's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you share with us, this will be the final question, can you share with us a book or a podcast recommendation that's helped you on your journey so far?
Well, there's a few.
Go on. What's the first one that came to your mind?
The first one that came to mind was Customer First.
Okay, is that a podcast or a book?
It's a book.
Okay.
And it's one of the first books I read once I started with my business, and it just helped me understand that although a business is to make money, it's also about the main focus for my business is about looking after my customers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And helping them with their needs.
Awesome. I'll try and put a link to that in the show notes, like this is a podcast, but down below in the descriptor, I'll put a link to that as well. Do you listen to podcasts?
Not often.
Do you not?
Often.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because I listen to them daily.
Oh.
And they're not always business related. Like this morning was a podcast called Psychopedia Pod that I absolutely adore. It was a new one this year, but it's all true crime and grisly stuff that's happened. So I mix and match everything, but I struggle with physically reading a book now because either my eyes close or I start and then don't pick it back up again.
That's really interesting because I love reading, and I get distracted when I'm listening to podcasts because I'm usually busy doing something else.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? And that's why we're all different. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for joining me and sharing more about you and your business. And like I said, I'll put all of your links below so people can reach out and contact you should they resonate with what you do. Thank you very much for spending time with me.
Thank you.